the string. Okay, okay.
To stop the land if they had worked together with the humans, but violence begets violence, and so the locust rose up against humanity. Humanity retaliated with mutual destruction, and now the landbend will eat everyone who's left. According to the lore, what the landbend are puts an even more ironic spin on it. They are the emotion itself. The fuel was a living organism of sorts, and now it's a sickness that spread everywhere. Not exactly subtle, sure, but what in Gears of War is? The Lambent Plague is the consequence for the COG's expansionist hubris. All the neon explosive chickens coming home to roost at once. Out of all the themes of Gears of War, this might be the most relatable. That this world of ours was destroyed by the greed of people who lived and died before we were even born, and their poisonous legacy will one day waft up from the sewers and dead places to finish the job, no matter how we strive to escape it. The axis of that nihilism set against a slight but scrappy optimism is a lot of what makes the games compelling for me artistically. Take Colonel Hoffman, a career soldier whose gruff voice prominently features in both of the previous games. He was as cog as they come, but now the cog is gone. So he now helps defend the town of Anvil's Gate, made up of all sorts of cog and stranded exiles living together now, who set out after.
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know what are Johnny's thoughts and feelings about you, especially since you blocked him not long ago. Going by your cards, strength in the primary position does show that he's kind of in a very bad way right now. It seems like he really misses you. Five of Cups builds upon it by showing that you were someone that kept him emotionally validated and afloat. So right now he's really pining for you. Page of Cups in the final position is also showing that he will try to find a way to get back in contact with you within the next week. Now, if you want to know how things look between the two of you for next month, as well as your compatibility, you can give me a call or send me a message. Do 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 do.
This and another skeletal skyscraper sit on opposite ends of a gigantic crater. There's a skytrain between the two of them, but it's stuck at the other compound, which has gone radio silent. The crater allows the player to see their progress across the cityscape in real time, to contextualize their advancement by being able to use both tall buildings as constant reference points. It sets up clear expectations and then delivers on them skillfully, methodically. When you've cleared the main objective to investigate the other tower, Queen Mira shows up on her war beetle and creates a double climax, making the return trip much more difficult and exciting, despite having the travel portion massively shortened. I love a post-apocalyptic cityscape, and Char is one of the best I've ever seen. The colors, red on gray, the mood, melancholy then threatening, and even just the layout, being able to understand the scale of your journey through these reference landmarks. All these things are done so skillfully. Is it original? A brand new creative idea? No. Is it a very beautiful, very well articulated version of those common tropes? Hell yes. Gears of War games seldom tread absolutely brand new ground, but even in the ways in which they're recognizable, they have a style of their own. Gears of War 3 does a tremendously impressive job of wrapping up all the major themes and threads of the trilogy, connecting them together in an arc that is
Oh my
consistent
god.
across all three titles. Consider the multimedia metatextual way that they set up the game's sentimental centerpiece, the Death of the Dog. Before Char, Delta Squad rolls out in search of fuel to what used to be Maria's hometown. It's difficult return for Dom. It seems pretty empty and already. Sure, there's an over-the-top scene of him laying his cog tags in the grave and doing the big capital letter emotions so no one misses the point, but the cracks are there in his character, not there in giving up the game. He's a man who can't escape his past, so he doesn't. Dom's eventual sacrifice is telegraphed far,
Oh
far in
my
advance,
god.
but that's part of what makes it feel right. Gears 3, in a broad way, is about whether these characters deserve a future and feel able to fight for one, not just like he does on either account. When Cole said, "Ever feel like
Let's get started.
this is because Cole had been avoiding confronting
Hey, demons.
that
Hello,
passage
your
of
secret
years and
evening.
knowledge
Oh my
towards
god.
running the
Boy,
war
it's Churro here.
wasn't letting war. Hitting his
Hey,
head
what
against
is it?
the
You hear that
rocks.
music?
These things in the past. This
Oh my
path ended
god.
there.
Arturo. Oh my god.
The clever metatextual thing that the
You're doing
developers
it.
did was to set this sacrifice to the piano refrain from that Gary
Oh
Jules
my
cover of That World.
god.
That
You're
World was
doing
not
it.
actually part of the game's soundtrack previously, not for Gears of War 1, not for Gears
The
of War 2.
destiny
It
of
was such an iconic
ages is the
breakout moment for the whole
burden
franchise and such an indelible
that
memory of
I
somebody who saw that
bear.
ad for the first time, myself included. But the game is able to inject a whole additional layer of wistful nostalgia on top of the emotions provoked just by the fiction itself. That video of Marcus, alone, pursued, hopeless, take that dot, tie a thread to it, and pull that thread all the way up, through the memories that the player has of Dom and Marcus as friends, even further up through the memories the player might have of playing Dom as player 2, or of the actual human friend who was player 2 when you played it together. And once you pull that thread through all those memories, you tie it off on the other dot, the dot of a trilogy reaching its climax, things reaching their end, a delicate sadness of knowing that nothing lasts forever, neither the bad of the dying world or the good of the treasured experience. The actual scene is kind of on the nose, like it often is with Gears of War, but the Mad World piano soundtracking choice is just chef's kiss brilliant. It's practically Pavlovian in getting the audience in exactly the frame of mind it wants them to be in. At this stage of the franchise, the development team is becoming even more skilled at cinematic storytelling and presentation. At the same time, the games are becoming long enough and complex enough that they can have their own internal rhythms of callbacks and connections. They are speaking the cinematic language, but increasingly the Gears of War games are speaking it in their own proprietary dialect. The last act especially grabs all of the dangling story threads and coils them into a powerfully strong narrative rope. Azura, the secret luxury resort bunker where the rich, powerful, or those too skilled to risk in the war were kept hidden away from all the horror or realities of the war outside. Now, everyone's pretty much all dead and rotting in their gilded holes. Queen Mara and the Locust attacking Azura is the very last act of the entire war, last clashing of the old armies before both are consigned to the scrap heap of history. Tonal twist here is that this isn't some triumphant last stand, but something kind of shameful instead. Everyone in Delta Squad is more or less disgusted by the luxury of the place, some trying to justify it, others feeling the kind of betrayal that the folks at Char had felt, nursing the same sorts of resentments. This palatial island of luxury appointments is the total opposite of not only Char, but everywhere the player has been in the world, over the entire trilogy. A reminder that as much as these characters had longed for the old world had not longed for them in return. Plus, it's just a knockout escalation of the aesthetic of Lost Dominion, the dreams of the military aristocracy, where the military part is safely out there among the common people. There's a whole lot of corpses and a whole lot of ammunition to be found in the halls of Zora, but not a whole lot of sympathy. War finally coming to consume the last cathedral to set the world's destruction in motion feels properly climactic. Even if the Locust win the war, the story is looped in a satisfactory way. War between you and Locust ended, really, before you even got there, in a certain way. So the game's climax is more personal between Mira and Adam Venus. The question is what kind of legacy they will leave to the next generation of whoever's left. This is what I mean about dynastic storytelling here being actually kind of compelling because of the way it shifts context and perspective from game to game, rather than being used to enforce a creative status quo. Story of Gears 4 and 5 are built with this moment and memory at their foundation. This failure of Adam to connect fleets, and this failure of Mira to relinquish her resentments. The game articulates these feelings using a boss fight against a giant flying bug that fires a death ray, and further concludes them using a fancy science exclamation point superweapon. But rather than hold this against the game, I feel like the game cunningly uses these outlandish elements to carry the emotional parts, to make the sweeping themes maybe less obvious, by working with spectacle. That's always been among the most surprising things for me about Gears. That it looks like, sounds like, and is broadly representative of the kind of teenage boys media phase in development, but it has humanity and heart to it. Plus, some genuinely clever and thoughtful writing, interspersed between the yelling and the gunfire and cutting people in half. The game uses the cutting folks in half parts to prop up and help hammer home the feeling sad about some bits, and it is so damn good at it. Gears of War 3 underlines the central ebb and flow of the franchise by which all subsequent sequels.
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know why do you feel so unsettled in your relationship? Going by your cards, Page of Cups in the primary position is showing that it seems like a lot of the initial passion or attraction has kind of fell by the wayside. Now, Four of Pentacles in the secondary position is showing that on your partner's side, it seems like he started to withdraw quite a bit. So something has changed on their end. Six of Swords is warning that in the future they will continue to withdraw, mostly due to some kind of problem that was already present before both of you even started dating or even talking. So I would try to have a direct talk with your partner to see what you both can work on. Now, if you want to know how things look for the next month between the two of you, as well as any compatibility issues, you can give me a call or send me a message. The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear. Right off in the mountain, running all
It was actually fucking
alone.
fantastic. Possibly one of the best
For
early instances of a high budget
the
DLC campaign.
ancient
Never
silver
been as impressive as the missing link expansion
horn.
for Deus Ex Human Revolution or the story-driven DLCs for Mass Effect 2 multiplayer for Shadowrun. It dishes Delta Squad for Zeta 6, a collection of all-star tertiary characters never made more than brief appearances in the main run of games. From Gears of War 1, we have Min Kim, the future commander of the original Delta Squad, who dies in the cinematic at the end of that game's Act 1. From Gears of War 2, we have Ty Gleason, the kick-ass Highlander character who appears in the first act of that game with a sketch by the vocalist. By the time they find him again in Gears of War 2, he's too far gone and he kills himself, foreshadowing the thing to Korea. In Gears of War 3, Jace's track gets bigger backstory and more narrative attention. You find a new band banging out the back way. From the Gears of War comic series, we have Michael Barrett, who's actually in the Player 1 slot and serves as the main character. Plus, a new character unique to the DLC, Alicia Micro. The game is even set in a city that the player has likely been to. Lima. If you don't remember it, it's because it was sunk underground by the rockworm in Gears of War 2, mutant among its fallen rubble. The game starts off at a wild pace as well, trying to scout a major offensive from an underground sinkhole on a merchant's day itself, while an oncoming cruel storm darkens the sky in advance of the kind of infestation we saw in Gears of War 1 and Act 2. Use the Hammer of Dawn to take down multitudes of enemies, a fever pitch of combat. And that's just the initial opening encounter. All out war you know is doomed, and here you are using the weapon that helps him doom it. So, here in this forgotten DLC is an effort to supplement the main campaign's impressive conclusion by looking backwards and making the introductory details in the setting stronger and more engaging. The main campaign ties the main threads together, wraps up the whole locust landing situation that made me Bilbo when you're doing Gears of War 3. Ram Shadow is built from scraps and leftovers. From these weakened materials, it proves the quality and durability of the core gameplay, looks, and mood of the franchise by building something every bit as quality as the main campaign from what are essentially spare parts, setting, narrative, and gameplay. I mean, mostly. Let's get it out of the way right now that it has these odd gimmick sections where he plays General Ram, the boss in the first game and the boss in this DLC. It's not that it isn't fun to be the big guy for a little while, just that it feels kind of pointless. It's not the same gameplay loop as when you're playing as a gear. Being Ram is a little boring for the same reason that he's such a pain in the ass as a boss. He's just wildly overpowered and hard to actually damage. He doesn't need or use cover. A game of the same era with some very inconsistent DLC is BioWare's Dragon Age Origins, where some of the stuff is narrative critical and some of it is very slight. The most actively purposeless of all the DLC is called The Darkspawn Chronicles, where you fight against the main characters as some of the game's bigger and meaner monsters and alternate take on the climax chapters. In Dragon Age, this novelty experience is separated as content by the menus from the main narrative stuff, which is really different. In Ram Shadow, you get the novelty gimmick mixed in as alternate chapters with the primary gameplay of the DLC, which cheapens it because the primary content is of such higher quality. The presentation really is on par with the original campaign. It doesn't need anything extra like this. The scenes of Collapsing City are so different in style, the post-apocalypse of the main timeline, while maintaining that same enthusiasm for destruction. Take this scene where you drop a goddamn skyscraper on your enemy city. Same level of excess, same level of spectacular violence, yet now you're creating falling rubble which will one day characterize the entire world. Walk off the streets that aren't part of the playbook. This could have been a story told much more simply or cheaply. It could all be a gimmick like General Ram being playable, but instead it quite diligently does what prequels do best and establishes looping strands of post-hoc context. In one of the early Gears of War comics, The Hollow, the ending features Barrett sacrificing himself to save Dom, Marcus, and Jay Stratton. This
What?
DLC is the story primarily of how Jason
Excuse me?
prolonging that element in particular,
You're
along with
gonna.
the background of Hide in
What?
general. The DLC also establishes the earliest origin of the
No.
circular slider that follows
I
major
don't think you
characters all
will.
the way through Gears 5.
Nuh-uh.
It also
I'm
resolves its
sorry.
motivation paradox, looping
Not
with a
happening.
satisfying way. There's no denying that it's kind of a problem that General Ram is the big villain and final boss in the DLC, because not only has that been done before, it was done with finality. You know that nothing we do will really touch him. This is narratively unsatisfying in a way that foreknowledge that life itself is completely doomed and the war is unwinnable is not. In that case, we had seen the ruins, but not the fall, so getting to see the fall was still a hook that expands what was done before. Ram as a villain simply recycles what was done before. To try to add some zest and flavor to it, they threw in this absolutely ridiculous scene where Alicia dies trying to kill Ram, in the same way Kim will be killed by Ram in Gears 1. It establishes that Kim and Ram have this prior rivalry, that Kim's future death had more personal stakes than perhaps it seemed at first. And that is really overloading it. Not literally everything has to create a callback and flavor to it. They threw in this absolutely ridiculous scene where Alicia dies trying to kill Ram, in the same way Kim will be killed by Ram in Gears 1. It establishes that Kim and Ram have this prior rivalry, that Kim's future death had more personal stakes than perhaps it seemed at first. And that is really overloading it. Not literally everything has to create a callback and a connection, and mostly the DLC is excellent at picking and choosing which details to fill in. Mostly those details surrounding characters who never got much context or screen time to begin with. Recontextualizing such a famous moment of the primary canon seems somehow beyond the main bait of the DLC, reaching too far. On the other hand, all the spin-off material focused around the Emergence Day part of the timeline is so consistently dedicated to forging and strengthening those peripheral connections that I think it's entirely possible to rearrange them into a timeline linear order of play that complements and strengthens the primary trilogies. That new linear order would be Ram Shadow, Gears of War Judgment's first campaign, Gears of War Tactics, then Gears 1 through 3, taking a break 2/3 of the way through Gears of War 3 to play Judgment's second campaign, then Gears 4, then Gears 5, then Hivebusters. Playing them in this order, the prequel material genuinely does deepen the connectivity between all of the titles, even the other DLC and prequel material. This, too, is part of what makes the franchise difficult to talk about. Not only is the gameplay unified, changing little from title to title, but the narrative is unified as well in such a way that it never travels too far from the shore or gets into territory that could be considered truly experimental or weird. It is a whole cloth without many dangling threads at all.
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if your ex will come back to you. Going by your cards, the Hermit in the primary position is showing that right now, your ex doesn't really seem to be interested in really being involved with anyone right now. The Tower does show, however, that they are very quickly reaching some sort of personal epiphany about their life or what they're really wanting. So the Four of Cups does seem to be leaning towards them realizing that you were actually something good for them. And so I do see them trying to make a return to you in the next 6 months. Now, if you'd like to know more about what else will transpire during now in the next 6 months, as well as how your compatibility will be during the end of that duration, you can give me a call or send me a message. Hunting for a dream.
govern in a society. Now, the gentleman we have here clearly is no fool. He's clearly an educated man and thinks about the world. But the mistake he made was in the very beginning when he said politics is what defines what normalcy even is. Therein lies the confusion that I'm attacking in this video. It is metaphysics that defines what is and is not normal, not institutional policy. How could you possibly agree on proposed rules for a society if you don't even agree on what things like society, life, death, time, and what a human being even is? Before policy comes us agreeing on what reality even is to begin with. But that sentence, all art is political, is an insult to art itself. Most great artists of history were not trying to influence policy. They were trying to feed the soul. A cathedral does not move you because it advances propaganda. A requiem does not pierce your chest because it passed legislation. Art matters because it reaches beneath discourse. Of course, art can contain political content. That is not my point. My point is that when politics becomes the primary lens, art gets flattened into ideology. And that flattening reveals a deeper blindness. Human beings are not reached by argument alone. Some truths can only enter through symbol, image, music, and atmosphere. For most of human history, that is exactly what art was used for. Modern people forget this because they trust only what can be logically articulated. If it cannot neatly be translated into syllogism, they treat it as unreal. But the deepest parts of us do not answer to language alone. Great art speaks to the soul beneath logic. So when I hear someone say all art is political, what I actually hear is someone severed from the very faculty art exists to awaken, their soul. This same disease infects everything else. When people say everything in life is political, they reveal how impoverished their inner world has become. Politics is never the deepest layer. Every civilization rests on hidden metaphysical assumptions, whether spoken or not, such as is man sacred or merely an animal? Is consciousness an accident or a cosmic miracle? Is the universe a dead machine or alive with meaning? Politics comes after all of that. Every regime stands on assumed answers to those questions. This is why political arguments so often go nowhere. People think they are fighting over policy, but really they're fighting over reality itself. Politics decides how people are managed. Metaphysics decides what a person is in the first place. And now, once you see that, politics shrinks back down to its proper size. Real, important, and necessary, but never ultimate. A man can win every political argument and still have no idea why he should live. A society could become fluent in discourse while going spiritually mute. That is the horror of modernity. We have millions trained to interpret every event as a political signal, and almost none trained to ask what life is or why it matters at all. So certainly politics can affect your life. You should study it, you should engage with it, but do not hand it your soul. Your grief is deeper than politics. Your love is deeper than politics. Your fear of death, your hunger for meaning and longing for beauty, all of that runs much deeper than civic management. The damage begins when politics convince you it is the highest God. It is not. It is one layer of life, one arena of conflict. And this is where the psyop plays in. Because the powers that be absolutely understand metaphysics. They understand symbols, mythology, unconscious forces, and the spiritual hunger that shapes reality. They understand it better than the average politics addict on the internet. That is why they harness metaphysical forces constantly. They know the soul is not moved primarily by policy. The soul is moved.
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if you should unblock Johnny and text him. Going by your cards, the magician in the primary position does show that right now wouldn't be the best time to do it, which Four of Wands is showing that conditions will improve in the next 4 weeks. However, Five of Swords is warning that if you do contact Johnny, you need to make sure that you are keeping your energy level and not trying to jump into some kind of dispute or argument, since it seems like that would immediately reset everything right back to zero, and it would just cause a lot of animosity between the two of you. Now, if you want to know how things look later into the summer, as well as any other issues that may arise, you can give me a call or send me a message.
Day-to-day life. They need you trapped. Politics alone. But a person who understands metaphysics becomes much harder to govern. A person who understands how to speak in symbol can see when symbols are being used against him. A person who understands God cannot be satisfied with propaganda dressed up as the sacred. So no, everything is not political. Everything is metaphysical. Politics is downstream from the deeper question of what is reality. The people who run the world know this. Artists used to know this. The priests knew this. Poets knew this. And now the modern man, with a phone in his hand typing away a tweet, thinks he has outgrown metaphysics. That is the joke. That is the spell. And until you break free from it, you will keep mistaking the surface of life for the source. If you've made it here to the end, then I want to thank you for watching this entire video and giving thought to what I had to say. If you appreciated it, I have an additional video every week on my Patreon. They're a bit more raw and sincere, and I talk about things that aren't really sculpted for the broader YouTube algorithm. This page was unable to achieve monetization, and I don't want to take on any ad sponsorships that would take away from the mission of this project. If you want to support me directly, Patreon is the best way. You get an extra video every week, as well as access to my exclusive Discord server, where I can answer any of the questions you have about any of the topics I discuss. Thank you. Value is always in season at Taco Bell, with favorites for $5, indulgences for $7, and a lavish spread for $9, including the triple double crunch. Try Taco Bell's 5, 7, and $9 lunchboxes today. These beautiful little champions. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. The world of Dark Souls has always stood out because it feels like more than just a game mode. Dive into the collision data, or even step out of bounds, and it becomes clear just how lore-conscious that world really is. Even the rough edges and odd overlaps feel strangely purposeful, as if the land itself was part of the storytelling. Of course, not every quirk is intentional. Some are artifacts of development, but when you
Oh my god, that's funny. That's actually really funny. And my light just died. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if someone in your house is plotting against you. Going by your cards, the lovers in the primary position is showing that there is some sort of discordance in your household. Three of Cups is indicating that it's actually more than one person who does seem to have certain intentions towards you. Four of Cups in the final position is also showing that your relationship with this person is extremely strained. So, going off of that, it definitely seems like there's at least one primary person who's plotting against you, and they seem to be trying to get other people related to this situation to turn against you. Now, if you want to see how things look in a month, as well as figure out as to why they're doing this, you can give me a call or send me a message. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, will you get your associates for the listed subject? Going by your cards, the Hierophant does show that you are a very good student, so that's already something you have going for you. Seven of Cups is showing that you kind of get to have your pick of what kind of degree you even want. So it's almost as though it's saying that you getting the degree is more of a given than anything. Eight of Wands in the final position is also showing that you probably also want to make sure that you have some extra credits or some kind of work put in on the side to go ahead and get a secondary degree while you're doing all this. Now, if you want to know how things look for you in the coming year, as well as any issues that may arise, you can give me a call or send me a message. Am I going to get a job soon? You and me both, buddy. Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same dream I've had. It's the day I saw you. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if you're going to get a job soon. Going by your cards, the Emperor in the primary position is showing that right now you do have some options on your table. So I'm seeing that there are going to be some things that you will and should apply to. Ace of Cups in the secondary position is showing that initially these won't really turn out well for you in terms of getting a reply back. However, Page of Pentacles is showing that by going through this process, it will actually put you in contact with someone who can actually hook you up with a suitable job. So, going off of this, I do see that over the course of the next few months, you will end up landing something. Now, you will have to go through some hardship first, but I do see it happening for you. Now, if you'd like to know what kind of job this will be, as well as any issues related to the job, you can give me a call or send me a message.
Basically, Sydney Watson released DMs or something. Something happened with the DMs. Now we're looking at the DMs. I don't know whether it's from the quartering or what. So I just, bear with me, a little nervous. So let's just jump right into this because this is gonna be a little rough. I was like, you know what? Let me ask her something. So I messaged her, and Sydney has always been super super cool with me. So she replied. So here's what I said. I said, I know this is likely a wild inquiry, but if you ever want to pop on my show for 30 minutes or something in the future to give your take on this quartering mess, you're welcome and invited. And shockingly enough, she immediately responded. She said she didn't want to come on the show for a certain reason, and it's because the quartering has threatened her directly with something. Okay, and there's another person involved. There's multiple people involved that have threatened her with something. Okay, so she didn't want to do it. Now this changes pretty quickly. I'm gonna be honest, and we start getting pretty much in the nitty gritty. Oh, okay, it worked. Cool. All right, all right. Whoa! What the fuck, dude? What is this? I kind of got really fast falling out because she alluded to that immediately from the beginning. She says, "Yes, I fucking hate them." Which I was like, okay. He literally could have made me less of an enemy if he just shut his fat fucking face when shit. Damn. But he could not help himself. I said, I figured I would ask. I said all this happened because of his own words, and she's like, I would love to come on, but I'm intensely private. Jeremy, I'm paraphrasing. Jeremy he knows so much information, and she knows it won't out, and he has zero morals, and he keeps threatening to basically dox all of her information if she ever speaks out about anything. Okay. Well, yeah, I've spoken about the fact that you've got a bunch of people who see a creator getting like dogpiled and raped, and it's a safe target. A bunch of videos about, and you're going to just get like positive attention for it, right? And it's fine. I don't really care about that dynamic. There's lots of drama, but like it.
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, will you make good money this year? Going by your cards, the devil in the primary position is showing that things are going to be kind of hard for you for this year. Now, it's mainly going to be because of budgetary problems. Now, it's looking like you probably do need to make sure that you're being careful with how you spend your money, both recreationally and for when it pertains to work. So, this could mean anything from what kind of work, lunches you're partaking in, as well as any other expenses. Four of Wands in the secondary position does show that the remaining opportunities you have for this year are a little limited, but they're still there. Now you're going to have 4 particularly strong months left in this year for you to lock in and end up making some really good money. Page of Wands in the final position is, however, saying that if you're fixated on wanting some kind of promotion or some kind of critical advancement in any of these works that you're doing, that it's going to take a bit more time. So it won't end up happening this year in terms of you making real advancement in terms of a work position. But from what I'm seeing, the money does look like it's on the table for you to get. Just make sure you address those issues that I covered. Now, if you want to take a look at how next year will be for you financially, you can give me a call or send me a message. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, will you and Beth get back together? And going by your cards, the star in the primary position is showing that there's opportunity for both of you to patch things up. However, the main problem is shown in Five of Cups, where One side was particularly hurt by the events that happened. So the major offending party is going to they're going to have to make sure that they give reparations. Now, that said, Page of Cups does show, once again, that the likelihood of both of you patching things up is very high, which, going off of that, it does seem like both of you are destined to get back together. Now, if you want to know how things look between the two of you for around fall, August, something like that, you can give me a call or send me a message. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, will your boyfriend forgive or reunite with you? Going by your cards, Six of Cups in the primary position is showing that the bond between the two of you is still really strong. So this is already a good indicator of where things are going to go in the future. Seven of Wands is showing that he is still pretty defensive regarding what happened between the two of you, but I do see him opening up because, of course, he misses you. Page of Wands in the final position is showing that regardless of the hardships, you both are actually going to come out of this a lot better than before. And as a result, the relationship will be a lot better and a lot healthier. Now, if you want to know how things look between the two of you in late summer, as well as any other issues that may arise, you can give me a call or send me a message. Yeah, I think I only have three of these left. I think I only have, yeah, I literally only have three left. I hate when they triple text me before I've responded. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, will Johnny get his karma for what he did to you? Going by your cards, the tower in the primary position is showing that there is something actually inbound for Johnny. Eight of Cups is showing mostly a recommendation on your side that you try to leave this in the past because it does seem that if you linger on this a bit too long, you you carry the risk of getting swept up in the karmic backlash. And from that, what I mainly would say that means is there is a process where if you get too hung up on trying to see someone have their payback for what they've done to you, it's very easy for you yourself to get swept up in those events, and then it kind of makes things worse for yourself. Two of Pentacles, I guess, is kind of explaining what I just said by showing that you need to have a balance in your own personal life to make sure that you are still moving forward and taking care of your own daily needs. And it's okay to keep an eye on Johnny and see where things fall in his life, but I don't want you to get too fixated. Now, if you want to know how things look for June, as well as any other issues that may come up, you can give me a call or send me a message. How are people watching me? Why did they all... What the... Sounds like Taki.
I mean, that's kind of like me, except here I am. It's what I'm good at, is talking to people, and, you know, and reading. And now, to be fair, the corner is really easy to read, you know. All right. I'm just making sure we're all good. But yeah, I never ever made any money on TP. I also worked for free. I coordinated all our people, edited their videos, edited their writing. I was the content person. He contributed very little, but he would call me and badger me all about it. Again, this is actually part of the record I'd like to set straight, because it is insane to suggest I made $250,000 when I didn't see a single dollar. Ooh, fraud alert.
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you mainly just want some understanding as to why these bad things happen to you. Going by your cards, Nine of Pentacles. Oh, hey, how are you? Can you describe the weird feeling? Well, I am seeing one particular person who felt that they were slighted or wronged or disrespected by you, who does seem to be doing something. Mm, I am seeing a confirmation. Now, it looks like this person, they don't really know much about this kind of stuff themselves, so it seems like they're going to someone to get this kind of work done. It is showing me a yes. From what I'm getting, it seems that they felt that everything was good the way it was until you didn't toe the line anymore. They felt like you just really messed things up. It seems mostly like they kind of were just in a mood and they were just searching around for a way to kind of get back at you or to at least put that intention out there. They didn't really have a specific thing in mind, but you know how it is with these kind of services. They eventually found someone who could do certain things for them, and they kind of just said, yeah, I just want her to get hers. That's easy enough. I mean, I won't recommend anything major just yet. I feel like the easiest thing you could do to start out is to just have certain items on you, like a Hamsa, Evil Eye, anything to kind of weaken that. Now, if that doesn't change anything, you can always hit me up later, like in a DM or something. We could go from there. But for now, I think the most you could do is just cleanse the air around you. Yeah, so just mm, crystals. For that, it's kind of going to come down to your preference. I know most people go towards quartz. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. Me, I tend to just focus on certain elements, like mainly lapis lazuli, but usually I would just say quartz. What am I seeing? Okay, do you have a birthday for them? Okay. I'm seeing, hmm, well, I'm at least seeing a desire for them to just enjoy very decadent, very hedonistic things. Like it seems like they really want to feel like they're in charge in life. Like there's a strong desire there. Yeah, I am seeing that they never really talked to you directly about how they felt, but yeah, that is there. I'm seeing yes, a very strong yes. As for a reason why, it just felt like they couldn't get what they were wanting from you. They felt like they were limited, that they were kind of already put in a certain position with you that they wouldn't be able to work their way out, so they just kind of cut their losses. Mainly what I'm seeing from him is it's almost as though a part of him is a little scared of you, where I don't know, it feels okay. This seems like a recurring thing where all these people just they feel very affected by the fact that you won't really kowtow to them. Like I'm seeing this recurring a lot. Like, is this something that just like happens with you where they expect you to be a certain way and they get frustrated with you? Yes, the fact that they would say that kind of gives me a red flag because I don't know, just usually when I hear people who say that about someone, especially with the narcissistic thing, it usually comes from a place where they just really want to get a control on some aspect of your behavior. Well, mainly when it comes to that, which this is kind of the problem when it comes to power dynamics and control, is For these people, they're just never going to be honest about the truth. Is they're just people who become blinded by rage because they don't get their way, because they can't convince or mold people to be a certain way that they expect, and it makes them feel justified in how they behave. So they don't see anything they've done as being wrong. They feel that it's a natural response. There are people who knew, yes. Yeah, there were some people. It's a very difficult thing for other people to really get involved with, but they were trying at least the best they could to keep an eye on things. I am seeing a connection between both of them, yes. It is active. I'm seeing like double confirmation. It would seem that the prior one wants the current one. It's like some weird guy stuff where he feels like your current partner is oblivious or doesn't know the full story about you, but it's kind of two-faced because he's essentially poisoning the well against you. He still sides with you, primarily. He is listening to some of the things said, though, so it is creating that kind of monitoring effect. He was just frustrated. He he believes you. It's just he's again. I'm seeing like this recurring thing where they're like almost scared of you in a way. Yes, he does still love you. Now, I do see a recommendation that if things continue the way they are right now, then yes, there would end up being a kind of breakup. Well, I think the easiest thing and what's showing up for me is to just take some time away from each other. Just take some time away from each other, just briefly. I am seeing remote viewing. They are once again they're getting some kind of outside third party consultation to do these things. It seems that they are coalescing around this wish to kind of make you pay some kind of reparations or for them to put you under their thumb or relegate you to wherever they want you to be in your network of peers. For that, that would be too big of a topic to get into. I mean, I guess the main gist I could say is it feels like it's just human nature. Like especially nowadays when it comes to this stuff where it's almost like a double standard where by coming forward about that kind of stuff, they almost seem to like punish you for it or they want you to behave a certain way to fit what they think you should be when you go through things like that. I'm mainly just seeing curiosity. They just want to understand you more. I am seeing interest in your work, but it seems like they were struggling with their own stuff. Yes, they do. Mm, like I actually felt vibes when you asked that. They definitely have it as far as how to get away from that influence. You would have to specifically not interact with whoever has ownership of that item. Because I've actually went through that myself. You have to cut contact with that person and make sure that they're not monitoring you directly. I know the instinct is to try and fight. I don't want you to do that. The easiest thing you can do is to separate, and I think they call this technique the gray rock, where you don't give them any feedback. Whenever you get those feelings that something's going on, you need to not give off the sign that you know what's happening. Don't give any sort of feedback. That won't be hard. It'll just take time. If you were to make it through all this and endure without having some big catastrophic event, they would eventually come to their senses and come back into your life. He did hear. He was aware. Hmm. It feels like it mainly just makes him ruminate about just how life works and the series of choices people make. Like just older people stuff where they just think for a long time about that kind of stuff. Yes, he is aware that you've been through a lot. He seems content just doing his own thing. He doesn't really, it seems like he just doesn't have the bandwidth to really branch out right now. Now, them, it's honestly a very superficial reason. They feel like they can't have as much fun with you, but that could change on a random given day. Before, yes, like it just things seem to change in a way where they struggle with having things how they used to be. Yes, I am seeing her on your side. Yes, she's a very good person to keep around. Mm, I'm seeing positive stuff about her mom. Hmm. They seem to acknowledge the work that you've put in, so they've never thrown it away or forgotten about it, but they do feel like you kind of tax them a bit. Like, what's another word? Like they feel like you do keep their hands full with ordeals. They would well, it's kind of like all these other people. They would prefer it if you were a certain different way, which from what I'm seeing, they kind of just want you to be like background or silent or less assertive, things like that. It was mainly whatever that one person we discussed was doing. This is all very unnatural because you were on a good course. It'll take some time, but if you address the certain things that we did, like start investing in what I would consider like energy purifiers around you from crystals, certain jewelry, things like that, you would already start recovering. Do you know their birthday? I am seeing a lot of problems with them, especially when it comes to their peer group, as just a lot of third party involvement. I just don't think it would go anywhere good. Yes, there is. I think it's the one person who never got to really tell you how he felt. It seems like he still has a positive view of you and would like to get closer to you. Oh my god, she ran out of credits.
Did you know that? I know. I don't have a very good rating though because my feet are genuinely ugly and I accept that. So, Notice
I think I
Sydney's
love
response.
you.
Okay.
I
Immediately
think I love
recognizes that this has
you.
been brought up, and I do
I
very
think I
much
love
respect the
you.
professionalism of these women in trying to handle these
I
situations.
think I
So
love you.
rather than make a big stink about it, excuse the pun, what she does instead is says,
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if that was him or your own mind telling you what you wanted to see. Going by your cards, the Fool in the primary position is showing that, in terms of that question, it was your own mind that was suggesting stuff to you. And Justice is showing that whatever you were perceiving is true, so I don't think you need to second guess it. Three of Cups in the final position is warning that you should not consult any of your extra friend groups or your peers right now when it comes to what you're perceiving or what you believe to be true. So, from what I'm getting, this is just telling you to double down and tr- trust your own discernment. Now, if you want to see how things look for you in the next month, as well as any other issues that may arise, you can give me a call or send me a message.
I did.
I think I
So
love
now she's trying
you.
to tell the story and he's bringing it back to that, looking at the pictures. This is grotesque. This is fucking sickening, man. This guy's a totally fucking perverted freak. Yes, he's locked in because he's got no fucking boundaries or ability to understand that he's making someone feel deeply uncomfortable. Perverted little fucking rape guy. You have 4.5 stars. This is very high.
Ah, I have 46 beautiful ratings. Ah, I'm touched. I know they're not cute though, and I realize that.
But just so everyone knows, you can see, I'm gonna bring it up because, send your super chats now. This is fucking disgusting, man. This is literal, like, fucking. Sexual harassment is the correct term, but it feels worse than that, man. Bringing this up on the fucking, on the show like this. What a disgusting, wretched little fucking pervert. No, she's not cool with it. Women are not cool with stuff like this, okay? But they need to, they're either not assertive enough and or they feel like, in this case, obviously the right thing, but they need to sort of like play along with it or something, or they're going to cause a problem. No, this woman is uncomfortable, okay?
Ratings. Ah, I'm
Also,
touched.
yeah.
I know they're not cute though, and I realize that.
But just so everyone knows, you can see, I'm going to bring it up because, So she goes to say no. She's saying no in the first instance. God, this guy's fucking sick. This guy's a totally wretched, sick freak. This guy should be under the fucking prison, man. This is gross, man. Literally, mate, just do. Oh God, it's so horrible to watch. Send your super chats now. Look at, I have not rated. I have not rated your feet. What is this? Oh, that is not a great picture of you.
No, that's this is where I was out, and that was from one of my ads where I bought. Dude, I just went.
This is a good picture though. To the right, that's a good picture of you.
Yeah.
That's a good picture of you. She's a good sport because she's forced to be a good sport. What are you supposed to do in this situation, particularly understanding the dynamics of like the right wing space, right? She's forced into this position where she has to play along because otherwise she gets criticized for being a, annoying feminist or something like that. Okay? So she has to play along with this. It's not that she wants to, she has to. No, there's like one guy. There's not that many rapists in chat, dude. There's barely any rapists in chat, okay? It's very clear when you understand basic social human interactions what is happening in this.
I curl my feet in because they go pink, because I have no circulation and I get really embarrassed. And so you can see I'm just trying to hide my feet and all of them. This is some of these are like from the archives.
I'll tell you
Okay,
this.
my
I
laptop
don't know if this number of
is...
people that viewed it, 5 million views on these
My
feeds.
laptop is freaking
Wait,
out.
where? What?
I need to go ahead and kill this stream at least.
I'll tell you this. I swear to God, I've never been to WikiFeet before. Oh, look at your feet. Yeah, they are kind of. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Yeah, they're a little red.
Oh my God.
This is so wrong, dude. This is fucking insane, dude. He's literally zooming on the feet and perming over them. This is so humiliating. God, I actually feel terrible for Sydney Watson. It's so demeaning. You know? It's sickening. It's fucking sickening. Look at it going, oh, there we go, red. Oh, dude. And then she's having to sit there with this picture, which is not meant to be a sexualized image. Is getting like, you know. Oh, God, it's just sick, bro. He's a fucking sick freak. He's a fucking rapist in waiting. He's a spiritual rapist. This is the kind of shit rapists do. This is worse than what Tom Foolery did for the deep cut reference from earlier.
Yeah.
So when I did the Gina Carano interview, she knew she was on WikiFeet. Because like we were in her trailer and like filming this, and I was like, hey, move your feet because the fucking feet weirdos are gonna like. She's like, I know I'm on WikiFeet. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Because people make a point of like it's kind of funny because people have asked to buy me shoes and socks. They've asked me to send them my shoes and socks, and I actually just point blank responded to some of these people and just said, "What is this? What's happening?"
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Why is this the request? And actually, I found out recently. I had one experience once in my personal life. I won't go into details.
Yeah.
With a foot person.
Oh no, go into details. Again,
oh my God.
I'm telling you, he's doing this thing. He's taking advantage of how she is to push whatever boundaries he feels like pushing. Anyway, I think that's.
Good Lord. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, when will you meet your soulmate? Going by your cards, Temperance in the primary position is showing right now you're not necessarily in the best place when it comes to meeting that special someone. The World in the secondary position is showing that towards the end of this year, you will have gone through enough personal growth to be ready for meeting them. Which, as to when you'll actually see them, 10 of Pentacles is giving a number of 11 to 12 months from now is when you would actually meet your soulmate. So this is a pretty good readout because it's saying that even though you're not in the best place right now, that the time between now and about a year from today, you will be exactly where you need to be right at the perfect timing for when you'll meet your soulmate around that time period. Now, if you want to know the characteristics of your soulmate as well as any issues that you both may have, you can give me a call or send me a message. Okay, I'm free. I did my dailies. Haha, I did it.
This little thingy booked a hotel.
I did it.
How are you putting more blame on them than yourself when you were saying this is what should happen? She was put up with getting by a guy. She would allow herself to be groped, molested by Vitals, but wouldn't make complaints so she didn't seem like a moaning feminist.
Ready to live a script. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm getting angry. Take the makeup off, and what are you left with? A withered husk of a woman.
Ready to deliver script and flip the page.
Obviously, for those who didn't know, the quartering has been crashing out massively over Kino Casino talking about his missus and getting fucked by the bull.
I will try to keep this rant just under 8 minutes. In short, I believe that this niche is in the worst state that it's ever been in. It seems as if anywhere you go or everywhere you go online, you will find someone who is cosplaying as a sub 5 person, or you have certain women who call themselves sub 5 now.
But who knows? You know, it's fucking so
mainstream
apparently just
Twitch
everything
streamers
fucking works out when I'm with
who
This is actually crazy. Okay. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, maybe I'm just like learning, or maybe I'm just like doing it better. Just something about the mentality that I'm in. I swear I don't do anything like much different. Like I don't know why. This is stupid. It's not very getting for my friends. I mean, however, I'm okay with whatever. Hey, Abby, how are you? What? You're a good streamer, but oh. Wait, are you trying to be like AI? Like, are you trolling me with this? Because I could see this as like a sincere message, but like you know, I'm kind of sappy like that, so I actually like kind of shit like that. But like, I don't want to be like, oh, it's Olivia, like yeah, like love you, you've been so great. But you have been. It's been really nice meeting you.
oh my god, she's blowing me up.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm just thinking. Okay, I will. I'll just keep chopping this. Oh yeah, I'll probably have to chop a little bit. Oh, it's so nice, man. Probably freaking fun. What am I up to? I'm working on a. I don't know where you came from, Abby. If you follow it from stuff, you might have. I don't know. But I'm working on a streamer. Her name is After School Sophie, and I'm working on her model. I want to pump this shit out and get it done as soon as possible. Oh wait, shouldn't be finishing here because I want to see it on her. Also, I'm going on vacation and shit, so like my future's kind of just like up in my hair. So I'm having a lot of motivation to work on it. So kind of acting on that. Gotta work on motivation when you feel it. Wherever you feel it. Unless it's doing some weird shit. Don't do that. I don't know, man. I just work here at Jeffrey. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like uncertain of you. I was like, you never know if people are just like constantly trolls. Because I've had people like that where it's just like
They dig their grave with me, but you've been like a friendly troll the entire way. Like that's just my experience with trolls. It's someone that like just fucking doesn't stop. But you've dropped the act a little bit. It's just like at some point they're just gonna fucking like crack and like my experience with trolls. That's my experience with trolls. But you've been pretty good. I turn my lamp on. What about you? Do you like troll? I'm a big troll, yes, but I also like I got a mix of like not troll and I got a mix of like actual offense. So wait, I have a mix of troll and I have a mix of like but yeah, I can be a big troll. I can't like I don't know. I'm not really a troll. If anything I'm a gremlin. Okay. So I have to color over the thingy, little cat thingy. I'm so excited to redesign the cat. It'll be very similar, don't you worry. But it's just gonna be like cute and like it's gonna look really nice. That's gonna be something really fun. And like I had something kind of similar. We both have cats. That's actually funny as fuck. I'll make it better than this. This one I did the art and then um that's actually so cute. That's actually so cute. What was his name again? I think it was shit. I forget the name. Oh lord, that's so much forget. What's the name? He had a name. Okay. Dude, I forgot my cat's name. It was like Albert or something. Shit. Just to look up. And Chaude, I fucking did it. I fucking didn't. I literally fucking didn't, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Dude, I'm a very honest person. You know what? I got nothing to hide, okay? Not with that shit. Yeah. Yeah, you said you don't care, and then you come bring it up in my chat. Dude, I wasn't trolling you. Alberto? Oh, Alberto? Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, I forget the name. It was kind of a vibe, though. You ever found out my guy friends too? Dude, Abby, are you... I forget her lovely name. The viewer that comes here and talks about tickling her boyfriend? Dude, what is it with tickling in chat recently? I'm not a tickle enthusiast. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a tickle enthusiast, so I might seem like an expert, guys, but like, you're really... Like, I promise you I haven't seen that. So I can't, like, give you tips. You know what I mean? We gotta mirror this a little bit. It's your first time here? Yeah, we had someone else recently, like, have a whole thing about... I'm not gonna lie, the tickle conversation's kind of exhausting. But she came in here a few times. Yeah, we were giving advice on how to tickle her boyfriend's feet, you know, all that shit. Right now, I'm just not talking. We've had enough tickle talk in the past few days, or the past few weeks, I guess. I'm good. I'm not gonna lie. Now at this point, I'm like, is this like fetish? Am I entertaining like fetish? Like, no offense. It's just like at this point, I'm like, yeah, we're good. We're good. Yes, I think it is. I was like, you know, I'll pin him down. So he got one foot, I got the other, and I was just like, oh shit. I don't know. That's the first thing coming in here talking about tickles. Listen, Chode, I might not spot it as well as you, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna have to do do some prompty prompt shit. I actually just realized I gotta get rid of these. How crazy. But I get myself in too. You're good, you're good. Listen, if you didn't mean it that way, you're good, you're good, you're good. What did I get myself into? It's crazy. Okay. Alrighty. Aw, Coco. Thank you, Coco. Thank you for 7 months. I appreciate that. You've been awesome. Thank you, Coco. It's been sweet. I hope everything's going well. Life and work and everything. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I gotta chat with ChatGPT. I got ChatGPT on the line. Give me a second. No, okay, I'll say same prompt with a one above. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make mine. I was just gonna copy and paste the other one, but this one I actually should. I gotta just change. I love those. Okay, now same prompt as the one above. Henry Pettis the third. What was his name again? I forget his name, Tommy. I was just talking about needing to make Sophie's white cat, and then I was like, wait, I have a cat. It was like Albert or something. George, not George. Nico named him. I think it started with an M or something. They're very sassy. Now same problems with the I actually hate that fucking sound. As the one above. Okay, I'll say I cropped this. Areas are actually the hair.
Okay, what else do I need to do? I guess I need to eat again, maybe, kinda, possibly.
I'm saying out loud.
And then I need to go. I need to hit the stripper pole. Something like that.
And the bottom should have loose hairs, and as you can see, slightly wispy. I have to say as you can see, because then it's gonna, oh, you want whipped? No problem. And then it's gonna like just fucking it'll fucking give me a tornado on a fucking hair. Coco. Hey Tia, how are you doing? Okay, as you can see, slightly wispy. So it's perfect. Goes as well. And have the ends look natural, like anime hair. Back, color. Improve detail, upscale the image. is when you're doing stuff like this, you have to be very precise. Otherwise, you're not gonna get shit. Most shit, I'm my English is like not even like simple prompts. Like I'm fucking typing the first fucking way it came to my head. Like, bleh, like, but this you have to be like super precise. I don't even add spelling errors because then the fucking machine has to calculate the spelling error and shit like that. So shoot, this is actually working out pretty well. This one might be a little too wispy, but we're gonna try it. Watch it just fucking work because why the fuck wouldn't it? I feel like it's gonna fucking work right away. I see some things I'm gonna have to clean up, but that's like what am I doing? I'm working on a model. Basically, what you're looking at now, I'm working on my first friend. The one that you're looking at now, it's my first model. It's not that good, but I am in the process of improving now. Okay, cool. Let's test out the Swiss. Actually, not bad. Let's see. Oh shit! Wait a second, make it a little too werewolfy. We'll make it a little less witchy. But I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it. Are you feeling it? A little less witchy? I kind of like the messy hair look. Maybe I'm not. No, I think that genuinely looks good. I'll take a little bit of wisp out. Also, these are gonna come down. Like, I'm gonna connect these hairs probably so they're not wisp, but it's actually just a straight up connection. Like, if I were to actually explain that, I literally think, like, I'll probably take out. Wait, no, that was real. That was actually the hair. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna actually straight up cut these wisps out right here. And then it's just gonna be continuous hair going down. But we'll see. A little less. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for now because like I said, I just want to see progress. I'm not gonna like hone in on little details. Even just the way these hairs are like overlapping here, like to me that's not good feng shui. You know what I mean? Like these here. So I kind of know what I need to do. But honestly, that's not bad. Geppetto? Who the fuck's Geppetto? Okay, wait, guys. Wait. Actually, though, we are at my favorite thing to generate. Watch, and it's gonna come to wonder. Okay, hold up. We are at my favorite thing to generate. I have to pull up the photo. This I have to put into the hair folder. And then these are gonna be rasterize it. Actually, no, we're not. Probably rename it. Probably play how to highlight it. Side piece. Pinocchio. Oh, you're right. Geppetto. That's funny because I actually watched Pinocchio like with my dad a few months ago. It was like a really cute what's it called when they make it with clay and stuff like that. And they actually really freaking good movie, man. Really freaking good. I know I'm not trolling. I have a dead day today. A dead day? What do you mean that I'm starting that? You like a lot of days. Okay. Where's that thing? Did I? Okay. I have to upload an image real quick. Okay, we're gonna do the back hair pieces. Okay, I'm gonna try something just real quick. I'm just gonna take this up. Um,
Okay, what am I doing?
That one. Okay. Okay. Random strategy. Oh, I'm productive. No, that's productive too, dude. I actually want to spend time doing that. Holy sick. Okay. So I have to generate the backer piece. I'm literally gonna see. Yeah. Okay. So I screenshotted her. I'm just gonna screenshot the hair. I'm gonna see if we can do it with one swift prompt. We're having good luck tonight. We're feeling lucky. Okay. So I'm gonna put these two images into ChatGPT. I'm gonna say I need to generate a very bad hair piece for a V2 model. The shape should be like image of let's say teal hair. But instead do picture with blue tips of the girl. Okay, interesting. Yeah, actually, I got like a flip on my piece today. It was about like getting up. Apparently, like back or back down, or like I think like there's like it's like forward kick is like a way to do it, but like you wrist like and then block and like down again. Like yeah, it's like shit. Like it's like oh, there's a lot to consider. Like I don't fucking know. I obviously didn't remember it, but like okay, yeah, that's a big. My blue tips. She has it like that. That's actually how Sophie's design is. This isn't exactly her color. This is just like what ChatGPT kind of. It's similar, but it's not. But I'm gonna generate her first. Okay, but it says she's a pinker with blue tips of the girl in the photo. I'll just say, keep the texture similar to pieces of hair generated. What else? Have some kind of wet. Make it natural anime. Let's go on send it. There's a bunch of shit to learn. It's gonna be a lot to learn for sure. Oh, let's see. Actually, didn't do too bad. Might be too flowy. Like in my opinion, it's too flowy, but it gave the. But it's actually not bad. This is actually excellent start. Yeah. Good background, but I guess like I don't really need to right now. I'll probably like on it anyways. All the way to the bottom. good enough to like yeah, it's definitely way too thick. Okay, we're gonna shrink her head. Fine. Just taking it. I'll keep that just in case. So now we're gonna shrink. Bit lag. It's really a lot going on here, so okay. Oh, this program almost wanted to crash. Okay, W. This program auto saves, which is actually like incredible. Cause that would suck. That would really suck. Okay. Yeah. And what is there? Rear view curve. Never turn around. So when you move, okay, my rig is so bad right now, but when I move, you see different parts there, right? So you have to like account for that. My hair rig is awful. So it's not like a perfect example. I still have to improve my model. I've just been really annoyed at her. Oh, what is going on? Why is it giving me this glove hand? Okay, I'm gonna just close the software real quick and reopen it. Okay. Oh, it's working now. Okay. Let's see. I know I do. What about you? I go. Anti-tag. Yeah, it was actually really weird. Once I saved, it just let me not. It didn't have the fucking. It didn't have the glove anymore. What? Not tell you. Okay, let's see what this hair looks like. Definitely touch up the face a bit. Honestly, it's not looking bad. Like I think she honestly looks cute. I think she has a pretty face. It's not letting me. Oh, there you go. Honestly, not bad. Obviously, this goes out too much, but it's kind of not bad. I think I'll leave it there for now. Maybe I will improve it actually. That's what I will do because I can't even move on now. I have to figure out her outfits. Are you checking my ears and Sophie's still look like? That's actually crazy. I mean, it is my art style, right? Like, I can only like what I green is gonna be like somewhat along. Like, I'm not too crazy. Where some artists have some variety for art. Like, I'm not really an artist, you know. So it's gonna look kind of similar to my model just because it's my style, right? Her nose definitely needs to be thicker. Like, hold up, let me just dim this for a second. I'm gonna see if I swap her nose out for her one on this model actually. Okay. make the long hair smaller. It's not gonna wisp out so much. That was just the first generation I got. So the plan will be to make it. Wait, what do you mean by smaller? Like to the sides? That's absolutely gonna happen. I just wanted to test it before even getting more fronts. Plus, I have to I gotta know what's wrong, right? I guess I had to walk in for a second. Sorry, just kind of. Need one moment. Be the right length width. I honestly, I mean, maybe we like the wispy hair that kind of goes wide or whatever, but I think personally it's a little too much. It's too mystical. If she was a fairy, sure, but I think it needs to. But yeah, general length. Actually, don't really know what she wants. What her Yeah, I have a nose behind a nose here. Okay. I like her nose. It's that, you know what? The shape is so similar. I actually like hers more, but I'm gonna take this shadow. It just adds more something there. Okay, Possible Deeds. Hello, AJ. How are you doing? Perhaps even a little bit bigger. Tiny bit. Oh, fuck, I didn't have her aligned. That's okay. And I just shrunk her head right now. Against it, and then later on, fix it. I raised it a bit. Honestly, I think it's kind of cute. Maybe a little higher. I think she's looking cute, man. I think her eyes are a little too bold. I think these bottom lashes, the waterline, they should be a lighter color, like a skin color. Not skin, but a brown. Enough of the bold. You like the bold? I just feel it looks so fake. Like, I mean, like it's a VTuber, so it's like, oh whatever. It's a bit too bold. It's just too much. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like make it the color of skin. It's gonna be. I'm gonna do like probably, to be honest. Trying to see if I already have a color here. Maybe like that. I see people putting mascara on all the time. Yeah, but bottom, honestly, like being a woman who wears mascara, um, you don't really go too crazy on the bottom. Okay, first of all, this would be eyeliner. This is eyeliner. This here, mascara. If you put eyeliner on your bottom lash, you're a dramatic bitch, or you're fucking old as shit, in my opinion. Yeah, no one but, or you're fucking goth. There's like no in between, okay? And then this one I actually want to fade more. Like, we'll put like, like that. Holy shit. In that case, I may have to lighten that color. I just don't. I could do that should be a little more like this. Like an orangey color. Really have it here. Fine, I'll make it. Maybe this color. Ooh. I do want to feel it. Sorry guys, pretty locked into this. I'll look at you in a second. I'm fading. Not that far. I'm fading actually. Yeah, I'm pretty focused. And then I can a little bit fade here, I think. Be focused. Let's do the bottom one. Hopefully not. Yeah, I might have to, I'll probably tone those down a little bit. But that's okay. I do think it's gonna be better to like eyeliner, mascara. I only wear mascara personally. I mean, like I might have some fun with eyeliner, but I don't really do makeup a lot. Like I'll be real with you, like I go to the gym and the grocery store, and not much need to do makeup. So that's just kind of like where I'm at with it. I do my hair. I like to do my hair, so it's just like one thing I kind of make sure I'm chillaxing with. It's just hair, bottom lashes. I'm gonna have to yourself in here. Just kind of darken where the hairs are. guys locked in? I personally like it better. It could still even be lightened a little bit. Aw, Joe, thank you. Thank you. That's fully yours, Barry. Thank you. Thank you for the review. I think you forgot the hidden meme. Oh god, just put like a hidden message in there. The most I would do is like a hidden like signature, you know? Like I don't want to fucking trash my work and my like I know it's like kind of extreme way to look at it, but it's just kind of how I am. I feel I think these should be lowered. No, I think it should be one up. I might lighten it even more, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now. What I will do though, merge that with
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, there's no difference. Okay, there's like 100-point difference. Mm. Oh my god. Okay, so what should I be doing? guess I should get ready to cam or whatever. Cam, slut out, wear something skimpy or whatever gets the boys going, so I can get my fucking money. Yeah, I like this format where I switch the Twitch stream to the second camera while I do all my other tarot stuff on the other websites. I like this. I'll keep doing this. I guess I'll take a little snack. A little snack. Well, snack. But yeah, I guess I'll get on that. I'm getting back into making music. I'm so happy about that. Yeah. Let's go slut out.